Guys, it is finally here. Malediction is here. Malediction by Loot Studios just arrived. I am so excited. Besides Grim Coven, this is my most anticipated game I have crowdfunded for this year. If you love Warhammer 40k, if you love tabletop war games, if you love Magic the Gathering, this is the perfect combination for you. I'm so excited. I've been playing this so much on Tabletop Simulator on Steam. It is like, I don't know, I can't explain it. I've been having a blast with this game, and I'm so excited to get in this. I'm so excited to finally be able to put it physically on my table. Let's get on into this. I have printed some things because this game is a full, you need a 3D print. You have to have a 3D printer, or you got to go to someone to 3D print. They do come with like cardboard standees, so like you don't have to 3D print. But if you want to add that, atmosphere, that physical, like actual look at these things, I highly recommend doing that. I have a resin printer, but the terrain pieces are humongous. They do not fit on my resin printer. So I've printed, I'll show a different perspective for everything, but I've printed some of these things. These things are called husks. I'll go through how everything is for this game. But I've printed some things, but I went to somebody on eBay. He does a fantastic job. I will put his eBay link below in the description, but he has printed all the humongous things, and he's done a great job. Highly recommend him if you're looking for someone to print out the terrain pieces. Really cheap, really good prices. Highly recommend him. But let's get into these boxes. I'm so excited. See ya. All right, guys, let us get into this. So, first faction we have is the Primal Bloods. And the Primal Bloods are they're barbarians. They're like mutated, corrupted barbarians, and they are super cool. This is one of the factions that I definitely will be playing. There's one more that I will be playing though, but this one is super cool. They're very aggressive. They really like to get in your face and just take you out. So let's check out their box and see what we're dealing with here. And I also like how each of them have their own special sigil, different color and stuff like that. So their sigil is really cool. So what we got here? Got a little note, very nice note. I'm sure that's gonna be in every single box that we get. So we get a ruler. They give you a nice little ruler because if you've played Warhammer, you know that if you're going to attack, you probably move or attack. You got to measure to see where you're going, because that just makes it more fun, more strategic. So I'm assuming you get a nice ruler in every single box as well. Okay, let's see what we got here. Looks like we have terrain here first. And oh, cool. We have terrain and we have units as well. So let me see. So this is the rulebook. Rulebook is kind of hefty. I think it's over 30 pages, but it's a very good rulebook. It goes very in depth of how you play the game. So I'm very impressed with it. So we got damage tokens here. So these 5s are all damage tokens. So everything in this game has a lot of HP. So, oh cool. They come with their own dice as well. So that's really cool. Okay, so this one is the large terrain. This humongoid thing right here. If I can get it out. So this is the large terrain piece. I got this one 3D printed. So let me carefully bring this guy over here. So we got this. And he's huge. And I haven't decided if I'm going to fully glue him together or not. Because he goes together like this. And then I just, I pop him right into there. And I haven't glued the head on yet. But this thing is insane, and I can't wait to paint this. But this guy is insane, and the head goes right there. And look at that. This thing is crazy. I really am so thankful that Mike, who at the eBay site that I went to, he did a great job printing this for me. I don't know how I would have done this if it wasn't for him printing these out. So that's really, really cool. I'm really excited to paint that and use that. And so then here is the medium one, and here is the small one. So this is the medium one, another really cool one. Another one that I got 3D printed and I need to paint as well. So that is super, super cool. And then this one I got 3D printed as well, and I even painted this one up. I think I did a pretty good job. I took a little of my own turn and take on that, but I think he looks pretty cool. So I'm pretty proud of this one. That was really, really fun to paint. Then we have units in here. So yeah, each of these guys are different units. I still need to 3D print these. The last guy on here, nice cool little bull minotaur looking dude ready to charge at you. So yeah, that is those dudes. Pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got here. So we got a couple more terrain pieces. Get those out. So these are the small terrain pieces. And I've started painting this one. So we have this one over here. Started painting him. I feel like I made the beard black, but I feel like I did a pretty good job so far. They're so cool. I really, really like the terrain pieces. The Primal Blood ones are crazy. And then here's the hand one. I made it a little more grotesque and creepy. Look at that. That's just so cool. I'm super excited about this. We have the initiative token here. So this is who goes first. But since I followed the campaign, I got an exclusive metal one. So that is really nice. Got initiative on the back. That's cool. I really like that. Nice. So we got, this is the round dial. I hope it comes with the thingy to put it there so I can spin it. But, you know, goes up to 5, or goes past 5 rounds. The more rounds you get, the more resources you get to put out units and stuff like that. So that's pretty nice. And so this here, so Echo and Mastery. Echoes are how much, it's like mana almost, and you need echoes to purchase characters that you have to play. And Mastery is points. And the first person to, I think it's 25, wins the game. But this is just a nice counter. Really, really nice of them. Okay, we got some more units to pop out here. So this guy right here is a leader. So he is a seeker. And seekers it's pretty much your commander of your army that you're playing. And this guy is a mixture of, I think he's a mixture of Primal Bloods and Legion of the Fallen. And so what that means is when like a commander has both factions, they're allowed to use cards from both factions. So it kind of really adds a depth of deck building to the game where you can, choose different faction cards that could, go together very well. So it's a really, really cool thing that they have. Another creepy unit. Here is the Primal Blood's main commander. Dude is an absolute beast. I think his name is Thunderstep. When I was looking at printing him, oh, he is huge. I think my printer said it was going to take like 9 hours to print this guy. I know that's like barely any time compared to how long the humongous terrain take, but still. Then right here, we got the husks. So I 3D printed these with my resin printer. And so these are the husks. And so what husks are is the objective of the game is you want to have control of these husks. And when you control these husks, you get 10 mastery, and you also can get a relic. And once you grab that relic, this husk disappears, and you have this powerful relic now. But if the enemy team kills the character that has the relic that claimed the husk, they become the new husk, which I think is a really cool thing. So it adds like a really big layer of competitiveness to the game. We got a cool wyvern looking creature here. I'll just do a close up. I don't want to pop out everything. Some barbarian dudes. I kind of wish I printed everything, but also when you choose your deck build, it's almost like, oh, if I chose things that aren't a part of this, or like if I chose things that I'm not using for this deck, I don't need to have it 3D printed until I decide I'm going to use that. So a bunch of standees for everything. So let's see all of these standees. Oh, yeah, pretty nice. Really happy about that. Too bad I won't need any of those once I 3D print. Like I said, they give you a nice dice, and I'm assuming each dice is probably customized to each faction. And now, oh, what a wonderful way to let you open the deck. Now we have the starter deck. So this deck is probably their choice of what they think you should start with for a build. But these card arts are just, look at that, just fantastic. This is the terrain. Each terrain causes like specific things. Like this one, if you're standing inside of the Primal Blood's terrain, you literally suffer damage. It's actually ridiculous. But yeah, the art on these cards are just absolutely fantastic. And I'm so excited to play this game finally. But these look so nice. And so, you know what their faction is. So the top right tells you the faction. This tells you how much they cost. So this is 10 echoes. This is 2 echoes. And it also tells you their rarity. So like he's like a legendary status. And then like some of these are common. Like I believe this is a common. I could be wrong. So when you go to attack somebody, you roll a d20. Say I rolled the 19. I would add this 5 to it. And if I beat their defense, which is a 12, so a 19 plus 5, I beat their defense. So I would get to do 7 damage. If I rolled, let's say I rolled a 1. Or no. Let's say I rolled a 5, and I add that 5 and I get a 10. I don't beat their 12, but I still do 3 damage to them. If I got a nat 20, that's 25, I would end a critical hit. So I would add the 7 and the 3 together to do 10 damage total. So I think that's a pretty cool, aspect of the game, that you're always going to be doing damage, no matter what. So that's pretty cool. And then down here is their health. So that's how much health Thundersteps have. This guy's a range character. So he's got a 12-inch range. So you would take the ruler and you would measure 12 inches. So if this dude is all the way down here, and there's a guy all the way up here, you'd hit for 12. You'd hit him if you rolled well. But that's kind of how the range works in this game. This is his movement. So you would, once again, you would measure 6 inches from their base to move them to their next zone. These are the rest of the cards. I really like the art on these. You can see it tells you the starting echoes, but the art on these are just fantastic. I am so excited about this game. Yeah, I'm super excited. So that is the Primal Bloods. So next we'll move on to the Legion of the Fallen. So now we got the Legion of the Fallen. This is the faction that I'm most excited to play about because there are a bunch of undeads. They're creepy. Right up my alley. Right up my alley of factions to play. So they have their symbol, which is really creepy and green. Well, Primal Bloods were red. Okay, there we go. Got it off. So it comes with another rule page, which is really nice. Okay, so let's put these to the side. Okay, let's see. I don't have this one printed yet. I am definitely going to go back to Mike to get this one printed. I have this one printed. So this one is this one, I believe. We got really creepy tombstones and the trees and the ruins. That is super cool. Super excited. This one is literally just a ginormous tree. So I'm super excited to get this one printed. Just a giant tree. Okay, so we got more characters. So this is their main commander, and then this is their commander that is a mixture of Legion of the Fallen and Conclave of the Spheres. So we would have a dual faction with her. Some more really creepy looking dudes. Super excited. Okay, so let's see if I can do this because these terrains are just flat. So this one is this terrain right here. That's pretty cool. This one is the giant tree with some dead things in it. Skulls, dead people. Really cool. And then the final terrain of the Legion of the Fallen is like this runic altar. Just a bunch of dead people laying out of it. That's super cool. We got more tokens, more wound tokens. Let's take a look at all of their guys. I'm super excited to print these beasts out. They're huge. There's the skeleton armies. Everything in here is just super cool. Their die is kind of like a bluish hue, bluish dark hue. That's really nice looking. Their boards are green, or their standees are green. That's really cool. Alright, let's see what their starter deck entails. So, we got this dude. We got Vorendal the Dreadheart. Really cool. The art style is, it's just so good. This is the faction that I like the most. They're really all about kind of like DOT, damage over time, and then like ambushing, because as long as you're inside of their terrain, you can't be hit. So, and any unit with like the ambush, they can jump into our own terrain, which is, they can deploy into our own terrain, which is super cool. And then if you're in it, only you can attack. No one can attack you inside of it. So like if someone is standing, like if you're in here, someone's out here, they can't see you, but you can see them. It's pretty busted. So I'm pretty excited about that. It might be a little unfair, but oh well. And then we'll look at their more elite cards that you'll use after you've tried their standard deck. This is where Countess is. She's pretty fun. I really enjoy playing her combo, but got a lot of really, really cool cards in here. A lot of cool cards. I'm excited. Alrighty. That is Legion. Alright, next up is Conclave of the Spheres. So they're a more magic-based faction. They're all about casting spells and using magic, which is really cool. So I don't have any of these terrains printed out yet. I don't plan on playing them, so I don't really care for their terrain. They have like giant spheres and just like ritual sites, but they're pretty cool. They're just like all like magic based. So this character is a mixture of Conclave of Spheres and the Order of the Shattered Throne. This is their ginormous one. It's pretty big. But here's some more of their tiny terrains. Just some weird octopus creature coming out of there. This dude is horrifying to go against. Absolutely terrifying. So is this guy. Super, super cool. This means you can't move through it, you can't shoot through it. It's like a line of sight blockage. It's kind of cool that they have that on there. Their dice is very interesting color. I don't know how to explain that. Their stands look to be a nice blue color. That's pretty nice. Let's see their starter deck. So this is their starter guy. He's pretty cool. Their terrain, it costs less echo. And here is that other faction-based character. Super cool. Just the art in this, I know I keep saying it, but it's just super cool. I'm super excited. And finally, we have the Order of the Shattered Throne. I don't have anything printed from them either. So Order of the Shattered Throne is more of a defensive heavy faction. The more allies you keep around each other, the more defense they have, which is pretty insane. So I do want to get their terrain printed. It's humongous and it looks really, really cool. It's like all like holy related, like almost like church related. but they're just like absolutely wild. This guy is a mixture of the Shattered Throne and the Primal Bloods, so he's an absolute defensive beast. Those guys. I hate these guys, these priests. I hate them. They're super busted if you try to turtle in this game and just kind of hide in a spot. So theirs is like an orangish, hue-ish color. And they seem to have a normal, just like kind of brown colored stand. Makes sense for them. Alright, let's see what their starter deck entails. If I can get it out. Okay. That's their starter character. Their terrain, it allows you to move more, which is really nice. But yeah, these cards are gorgeous. Let's see what's in the advanced cards. Here is the advanced card deck. Yeah, super, super cool. All right, that is everything. I do have a neoprene, a neoprene mat coming. They said that that would come 30 days after these started shipping, so I have to wait a little bit more for that one. I did notice, yeah, there's no like actual board to start this on, which kind of is weird to me. That's weird. Might have to ask about that. But yeah, that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm super excited to play this game. I will definitely be making playthrough videos of this and just going against people. But yeah, if you liked the video, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya!